NBC29 forecast.
Nice view from the airport this evening. The sun is down. We're in the twilight. Temperatures today kind of peaked out in the late morning, early afternoon, made up to a high of 61, currently 52. As you well know, the winds have been busy throughout the day. We had a cold front that came through this morning. Air mass very dry, and that dew point temperature continuing to drop. Pressure rising as a sprawling area of high pressure builds off to our north. 45 is the current reading at the Valley Airport in Weeders Cave, touching 55 for an early afternoon high. Northwesterly winds at 14, and again, temperatures right now in the mid 40s across the Shenandoah Valley, upper 40s to low 50s across much of central Virginia. Look at some of these current wind gusts at the top of the hour. 33 there at the airport in Earlysville, 32 at Reagan National, 26 in Richmond, and again, those winds are still going to be busy here for tonight. It'll be breezy overnight and breezy again for tomorrow. Now, we'll preclude any frost with the wind stirring tonight, but it'll be cold, low 30s across central Virginia, upper 20s north and west. And as far as our high temperatures for Wednesday, this is a lot more like early March. So generally in the mid to upper 50s across the Piedmont, and looking at temperatures in the middle 50s across the Shenandoah Valley. Still those wind gusts tomorrow, and generally 20 plus miles an hour across the region. Now, as we take a look at the next several days, well, we've got the cool March temperatures settling back in. Those morning lows will be in the 20s and 30s. Friday will be our next chance of any rain, although at the onset of this, when it arrives, areas along the mountains and points west into the Shenandoah Valley could have a period of a little mix before going over to a rain. But we're generally looking at rainfall amounts likely a quarter inch or less. Most of that will be on Friday, so that's the system that we'll be watching. So the cold front came through earlier this morning. That has now settled down across the Carolinas, and this big sprawling area of high pressures over Canada building down south into the Great Lakes. And of course, we're on the eastern side of that high, and that's funneling in the north and northwesterly winds. The next storm system organizing out west, that'll pull out through the Rockies and the Plain States, and that'll shuttle moisture in our direction by Friday. Colder air across the northern Plain States, but we're in a pattern now that's going to persist through the rest of this week, over the weekend, into next week, with persistent troughiness or dips in the jet stream, and that's going to continue to keep the temperatures either at or a little bit below average as we go into the middle of the month. So here we are early tomorrow morning. Temperatures start in the 20s and 30s. As mentioned, it's still a breezy day, a lot of sunshine, mid 50s. That's very March-like here for this time of the year. It's just been, we've been so warm for so long. We'll start Thursday morning, upper 20s and low 30s. Could have more in the way of some frost because the wind will be light or calm. And then Thursday afternoon, pretty much in the mid to upper 50s. Here's the next storm system on Friday. Generally rain, but areas north and west, as we've seen throughout much of the winter, could see a little mix at the onset, and then the rain pulls out as we go into early Saturday morning. So 20s and 30s tonight, clear, brisk, and cold. Watch that moon rise on the eastern horizon here in just a few minutes. There's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast, as we'll see those temperatures remaining below average right through the weekend into next week. Watching Friday for some rain. Don't forget, this is the weekend, second weekend of March, that we spring ahead 1 hour as daylight saving time resumes. Also a good time to replace batteries in your home smoke detector.
Eric, thank you.
Thank you so much. We will be